Hi everyone, Crystal Keen from Lightworker Sisterhood here, and it is my desire and intent to help you seek clarity through clear messages. The theme of the reading today is messages from your spirit guides. Now, this is going to be very cut and straightforward and fairly short today. I have 5 cards in each and every pile, and there's going to be a card from your higher self, a card from the heavens, a message from the earth, a message from your ancestors, and a message from your future self. Now, when I asked my higher self to help me pick out the decks for this, it was only one deck that came through, and that was the magic of the unicorns. So I feel like everyone here that views this message, that views this reading, has some type of connection with probably the causal chakra. If you aren't familiar with it, you can do more research into it. But it is the chakra that is above your crown chakra. It has to do with your ancestors, it has to do with angels, and it has to do with the unicorn realm. So if you haven't heard of it, definitely look into it and see if you've been using it and not even realizing it. All right, so I only have 3 choices as usual. On the left is 1, on the right is 3. I'll give you a moment to go ahead and choose, and then I will see you at your pile. Hi, if you chose group 1, then this is your pile. Welcome. If this is your first time coming to my channel, thank you so very much for taking the time to view a reading from me. I would ask, if you do like these types of readings and you'd like to see more, then please give me a like, and I would love to hear your comments as well. And subscribe if you feel so called to do it. Okay, so like I said in the beginning, there are 5 cards, and we're just going to go ahead and just jump right in. So this first message here is a message from your higher self. This really has to do with the heart chakra. It says, open your heart, love yourself, and dare to be vulnerable. So 9 has to deal with endings. Endings so that way we can have new beginnings. It feels like you're having a heart healing. Her face is both serene, but also feels like and looks like she's overcoming a bit of heartache and pain. It doesn't necessarily have to be from a relationship, but it could be from maybe an event that you've done recently, or maybe you've changed your mind about a certain thing that maybe you really loved or wanted, or maybe you've been trying to do something and you haven't seen traction in it, and now you know that you have to pivot, and it's hard for you to say that to people or even to yourself and be vulnerable about it. So your higher self is asking you, please be kind to yourself. If your compassion doesn't include yourself, it is not complete. You have to love yourself completely and on a whole level. And it is okay for you to be vulnerable. Just kind of feel into it. If you don't feel like you can be vulnerable with everybody in your group or everyone around you, just feel into it emotionally and see what you feel in your body, and see, is this someone that I'm actually safe to be vulnerable around, or is this somebody that's going to run around and tell everybody my business that maybe I'm not ready to release to everybody, or I don't want everyone to know. So feel into it, but find at least one person that you can be vulnerable with. But first, it's going to have to be yourself, maybe coming to some truths within yourself. By doing this, your heart will be healed. And you can ask the unicorns, you can ask your higher self, you can ask your spirit guides, please help me by releasing what no longer serves me. Please help me to remove this pain and these obstacles and bring in beautiful things. Please show me ways to love myself and point to people that I could be vulnerable with. So that way I don't feel like it's something that I would necessarily regret. Red might be a power color for you right now because she's wearing red, or it could also have to do with the root chakra. So maybe your stability is being affected right now, or maybe it's your inner child crying out to be healed of some certain aspect, because the red has to do with the root chakra. I'm trying to see if I'm getting any other messages from this. If you're seeing white flowers in particular, you continue to see white flowers more than usual. I would say that's definitely a sign from your higher self, a reminder to go ahead and give yourself some more love, give yourself more compassion, or this is the time to go ahead and be vulnerable, or it's safe to be vulnerable with this person. The second card here is a message from the heavens. Violet flame. All right. Invoke the cosmic diamond violet flame. Transmute all that is not love. All right, so yeah, we really did cover that self-love theme. And this is also, you're being asked by the heavens as a message to set more boundaries. Maybe with people in your life, maybe by what you allow to come into your sphere of consciousness, energies that you work with, people that you love, anything that doesn't make you necessarily feel good. I'm not saying do it to a point of toxic positivity. You know, feel your feelings, feel what's good and what's not and what needs to go type of deal. But don't do it to a point of where it's toxic and you're overstepping steps that need to be healed, shadow attributes that need to be worked through. So just go ahead and call in that violet flame, especially within your heart center, so that way you can start to heal from this and burn away things out of your aura and your heart chakra and such that no longer serve you. So that way these outside things can start to fall away. Now, when I do energetic healing myself, I like to first visualize a white light, because the white light will come in and it will purify. So you can, if you have a moment and you are safe and you're okay to do this, just close your eyes for a moment. If not, you could always save this and do it later. Close your eyes, focus right there on the middle of your chest, on your heart chakra. You can even put your hands there. If you feel a heartbeat, that's perfect. If not, that's okay too. You're just putting your attention there. And visualize either a beam of white light coming in through your crown chakra, going through your third eye, going through your throat, and into your heart, or just visualize a ball of white light radiating in your chest, in your heart chakra. And this is purifying. It is cleansing that chakra. And set that intention of releasing all that is not love. You might even feel like this cold washing type of sensation in that area. If you do, very good. That's amazing. That's clairsentience and you have great imagination. Next, put in golden light. It can either be that beam going through those chakras, or it could be that ball of golden light right into that heart center. Now that you've purified and cleansed it, let's heal it. Let's bring the light back into it. Allow it to glow and grow. And then lastly, you want to use a violet flame. Now see this literally as a ball of flame inside of your heart center. It's violet. It starts out small as a little flicker like a candle flame, and then it grows and it grows and it grows. It's very strong. It's connected to Saint Germain. You can call in Saint Germain for help if you want. This is an ascended masters type of thing. If you work with the ascended masters, you can work with him if you feel called to do that. And let that continue to grow out of your heart center and out into your aura, and just let it be a big burst of violet flames around your entire body, burning anything that's out in your aura and in the rest of your chakras, with the intention of releasing anything that is not love. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back and just take a deep breath in and blow out and feel good. Set those positive intentions for your day. So that's what the heavens want you to do. They want you to see that light. They want you to take the wisdom, seeing the owl here, take the wisdom of the situations that you've been through that have caused this heartache. Set those boundaries. I think I see a badger. I believe that's a badger also. I'm not sure what a badger represents, but you could always look that up and see what that animal spirit guide actually means and see what extra messages they have with it. Looks like something coming in here. Oh, okay. That's a more wings, so that I think that'd be more of an alicorn. All right, so yes, that is the messages from the heavens. Now we're going to have a message from the earth. I'm sorry. Message from the earth is caring community, participate and belong, enrich your life. So find your people, call on your soul tribe, join groups, join in hands with other people that have possibly been going through the same circumstances that you're currently going through, people that can truly help you. They're outside, so being outside in nature is going to be beneficial for you, especially at night, working with those moon cycles, releasing during the moon cycles, doing rituals quite possibly, calling in the earth energy, calling upon your higher self, and transmuting, releasing together as a group, alone and as a group, into the earth to go ahead and transmute and reach those higher states, so that way your heart can be healed. What is that in the flame? See, it looks like a person here. It's almost like it's a spirit guide. That definitely looks like a person. So maybe invoking the power of fire, the wisdom of fire. See what comes up for you. Do some fire gazing quite possibly as you're doing this transmuting. I feel like there could be some extra messages for you in that. This next one here is a message from your ancestors. It says, on-cord relationships. Let go now. Forgiveness is freedom. So if you see how the heart is lit up there again, see the heart lit up. The unicorn is healing it. The hearts are connected. Again, the hearts are connected and he's healing her heart. And again, she is wearing red. So yeah, it's definitely a root thing. This is probably, for some of you, a long-standing relationship, whether it's a friendship that just has gone bad, that has hurt you quite deeply, or a relationship within your family that's been long-standing with your mother or your father or something, someone in your family that has hurt you, or someone that you've been in an actual relationship. Maybe it's time to either break away from that relationship, or you've already broken away from it and you can't let it go. It keeps hurting. You keep thinking about it. You're being asked to free yourself from this and forgive yourself for holding on to so much. Because not everybody holds on to things as much as we do. I mean, some people do, but not everyone. Some people are quite easily moved away from circumstances and relationships, and they don't think about it anymore. And some people just sit there and they stew on it, and they feel worse and worse and worse. And then more negative things come into their life, and they're just like, my whole life just went to shit. Well, that's because forgiveness has to come into play. Forgiveness for yourself. Forgiveness of the other person when you're ready, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve to be free of it. This could be an ancestral pattern that's been going on. Maybe your ancestors experienced the same type of hurt, the same type of pain, the same type of relationships, and they didn't understand what was going on. And then you incarnated here, and here you are to heal the line, but you have to go through the situations first in order to understand what they were feeling and in order to heal it and break the cycle. And if you have kids, you're teaching your kids how to break that cycle, and so on and so forth. So do some cord cutting. I highly, highly recommend doing cord cutting when it comes to it. I feel like this would be in alignment with you because you see the light shining through. It may feel a bit dark right now, but the light will shine through. And then your very last card here is a message from your future self. Your future self is asking you to create your vision. Do what makes your heart sing. You are being nudged forward. So if you do all of these things, open your heart on cord, use the violet flame, seek the wisdom in the situations and the relationships that you've been or are currently in, then you will start to get more creative pursuits that will come into your awareness. I think things that will set your heart ablaze. I feel it's mostly for you, but it could also be something that you could possibly turn into a side hustle if you feel good enough about it. But that's not the point of this. The point of it really is, what is it that you truly want and desire? When you cut away all of the crap, all the things that have overridden your boundaries and have made you feel bad, what is it that you truly, truly desire on a soul level? What would make your heart sing? Visualize it. Start to call it in. Do the work. Again, I'm seeing a full moon. You see them in both of these cards here. Doing manifestation work with the full moon. But if you do nothing else, if you don't make moon water, if you don't literally do nothing else, make sure that you do visualizations through meditation. You can even be staring at fire as you're doing it. Some people have a really hard time concentrating in meditation. And I always suggest to people that have trouble with that to stare at a flame, because then they have a focus. Thoughts tend to kind of slow down or stop when you have a focus. Not everyone is meant to meditate with their eyes closed. It's okay to do it with your eyes open on a focal point. As you're staring at that focal point, as you're meditating, focus on what it is that you truly want to create, what you want to desire, how you want your life to look, what would make you so happy that it literally brings tears to your eyes. If you were crying during meditation, during manifestation work, you're doing it right. Not a sad cry. It's a, I'm so happy, I can see this, I can feel this, I can smell this. It is so clear. You know that you've done it correctly. Then the letting go of everything, letting go of the outcome of how it's going to come in is the most difficult part of it. But that is what your future self is nudging you towards. This is golden path that's opening up for you. You're being guided. There's that rainbow. You might start to see rainbows all the time. Those are your blessings in abundance. Those are signs of that. Your future self is letting you know it's there for you. Align yourself with it. Break the cycles. Cut the cords. Find your people. And do that manifestation work with the full moons. All right, pile one, that is all the messages from your spirit guides. I really hope that you enjoyed this. Please join me again next week for my next pick a card. Have a beautiful and wonderful day. Hi, pile two. If you chose this pile, then welcome. As I said in the beginning, there are 5 cards that we're going to be working with as messages from your spirit guides, and then we're just going to go ahead and dive right in and get straight to the point here. So this first message here is a message from your higher self. It says Unicorn Portal. Focus your light, listen for a message. Ooh, so portal energy is opening for you. In fact, I believe that we're still technically in one at this time. This is a timeless reading, but no matter when you see this, I feel like there's going to be some important portal that either is currently in play or will be coming up that you're going to get a highly important message from. You could get it from 2 sources in particular. You could either get it from a person and a spirit guide, or 2 people or 2 spirit guides. So pay attention when it comes to it, whether you're clairaudient and a message keeps coming in, you keep getting a vision of something, you keep feeling feelings, music's hitting you a little bit differently. Even if you've heard the song a bunch of times, maybe you're hearing it and you're like, wait a minute, I'm hearing this a little bit differently. I'm starting to get goosebumps this time. Like there's really a message within this song for me. Either way, some important message is coming through for you, and you're being asked to focus your attention and focus your light so that way you are high vibrational enough and focused enough to receive said message. You know, I have a portal deck. Let me see if it's over here. Now, I didn't do this for pile 1, but I'm interested. Hopefully you can still hear me. Okay, here it is. I'm interested to see if we can get further information for you about this. All right. I need the higher selves of group 2. What portal is this? What is this message about? Give us some clarity. All right, let me clarify here. How many? Thank you for your patience. I truly appreciate it. Aha. Okay. So this portal is for star being healing codes. Important information. Wounds are healed. Recharging. Well, yeah, important information and listen for a message. So those 2 definitely go together. Even the colors, look. Golden and purple. Yeah, so watch for that color combination. I feel like it's definitely going to be coming through your crown chakra. So spirit guides for sure. It could be your star family reaching out or a star spirit guide reaching out to you. Some type of activation is coming in for you. Maybe ways to actually heal, because it does say wounds are healed and recharging. Now, I don't know what your individual wound is, or if you don't have one right now, when this comes in, you might have one around that current time, or it could be a past life wound that is coming up and you are ready to heal it then. We're not always ready whenever we want to heal things. We can try, but sometimes we're just not in alignment and we're just not ready to handle what's coming through to be healed. And you could have a particular spirit guide that's trying to come through and help you move past it to clear this karma or whatever it is. But strengthening that connection with star beings is what I feel like your higher self is letting you know for sure. This next one is a card from the heavens. So a message from the heavens. Ooh. Refreshing oasis. Nurture yourself and gather your strength. Look at that. It even says recharge on here. Do you see how this is all flowing together? Some particular portal is going to be highly important for you. Maybe it's time for a vacation. Time to get away from your everyday duties, your everyday work. Get away from the people that you're around all the time. Get away from the things that are hurting you. Get away from circumstances that are making you feel stagnant. Even for just a day, I think would be beneficial. And if you're somebody that doesn't have a lot of money, find new places out in nature that are kind of close to home that you could go. Like even in my area, I didn't realize that we had as many metro parks as we have. There was this guide, I went to a walk, and there was a guide for all the metro parks all around in this area, and I was highly surprised. So maybe if you're the type of person like, I don't have a lot of money, I could maybe go on a short trip that's within an hour or 2 hours, or even maybe a half an hour of a drive, or bike ride, or walk. Look it up and see what ones interest you, where it could just be you that can get away, so that way you can gather your strength and just go ahead and release for a little while. Soak in those healing light codes from the sun and completely feel unbothered. I'm seeing a donkey here. Donkeys are very hard working. So I feel like that's you. I feel like it's you separating from, I have been working so hard, either mentally or emotionally or physically or spiritually or all of the above, and I just need a break. Please give it to you, because if we don't listen to the prompts to take the breaks, well, the universe is going to force us to take a break, and that's not always pretty. So, and that's not a fear tactic, it's just the truth. So be willing when you feel that nudge to take it. This next message is a message from the earth. Oh, that's cute. Look at that. Ascension flames, merge with light, ignite keys and codes. Okay, again, we are talking about codes. Light codes, important information, healing codes. It's talking about merge with the light here. That's focus your light. Oh yeah, you're definitely a light worker. 100%. You could even be a light worker starseed on a double mission here. See if you feel drawn towards any particular color when it comes to flame, and then maybe look it up, or you could look up the different flames and see if any of them, you can feel any feelings within your body, or feel an emotional pull or something towards any one. There's the different rays and stuff that are attached to ascended masters, just as the violet flame is to Saint Germain. You might feel attracted to pile 1. If you were, there might be some messages in there. I'm not saying that you have to, but if you feel called to it, definitely check it out, because it's a little bit similar in that aspect. But yeah, merge with that light. If you've been in a dark place and you haven't let yourself rest, please rest and rejoin and do your light work some more. Shine that light bright, because the world needs it. You need it, and you're here for it. And since it's a message from the earth is really asking you to do it in particular. By merging with the light, you're going to unlock some type of keys. Maybe it's another gift. Maybe it's more messages. I'm not sure what it's going to be for you, but it's definitely going to be igniting something within you. Your next message is a message from your ancestors. That is a lot of animals. Rose gold, cosmic pool. Bathe in cosmic love. Soak up wisdom. So you might feel drawn to one or all of these types of spirit animals. The owl, the deer. Is that a wolf or a bear? It looks like a bear to me. Maybe that's a wolf. I don't know. Or a dog. I'm terrible, I know. A cat, a tiger, what is a rabbit? You know, if you're feeling attracted to the unicorns in particular, see if you feel close to them. See if you start to see signs of any of them. See if you feel connection with animals in particular. You might be somebody that needs to work with animals, and that's a way for you to shine your lights. And there's just kind of like spiraling in it. See how there's a spiraling energy? You could be a healer too. See that spiraling energy there, and this one, not in that one. But yeah, something about spiraling energy is important when it comes to you as well. Healing multiple people or multiple things at once by you working on yourself. By you bathing in cosmic love. Connecting with rose gold. Maybe that's a color of flame that you should see within your chakras when you do meditation. Or within your aura. Maybe look up rose gold flame, or try to meditate with that and see what happens for you. If you do and something happens, please do come back and let me know what your experience was. Because your ancestors are telling you that you have some connection with it, that they're helping you when it comes to it. They also may have had a connection with this rose gold, cosmic, loving type of flame and light. And your ancestors could be coming through as one of these or multiple of these types of animals as well, to let you know that they're there with you and helping you. And then your very last message that we have here is a message from your future self. Wow, check that star out on there. You see more of that kind of rippling, swirling light. Listen to your heart. Awaken psychic abilities. Time in the infinite. Ooh, I love this. If this were my pile, I would be so excited. I'd be like, yes! More psychic abilities! Oh, I cracked myself up. Okay, so yeah, you're definitely... There are some strong things coming in for you. You are definitely my psychic, spiritual, tapped in group, and I am so proud of you. I'm overjoyed to be reading for you. So listen to your heart when it comes to it. Make your wish. Follow that healing path if you feel called to it. Shamanic healing, Kundalini work, whatever it is, whatever path it is that you decide to take. It might be a life path 7 as well. Or your birthday number may be 7. because through this psychic ability and through you tuning even deeper into the infinite, that timelessness, that having that foot even deeper within the spiritual realm, again, rainbows are always connected to abundance and blessings. You will unlock more abundance and blessings. Seeing the star makes me think of the star seeds as well. So I would say if you're confused on whether you're a star seed or not, or if you also have star guides, then yes, I would 100% take that as a sign as yes, you are. Well, Pile 2, it has been a pleasure. I've loved reading for you. That's all that I have for you. Please join me next week in my next reading, and let me know how this goes for you. Have a beautiful and wonderful day. If you chose Pile 3, then welcome. I have 5 cards for you, and we're just going to go ahead and dive in and get straight to the point when it comes to messages from your spirit guides. So this first message is a message from your higher self. It says, pure intention, find clarity, and surrender your ego. So seeing the heart being highlighted, seeing that above the head. All right, it feels like a mind, heart, spirit connection. Really figuring it out, what it is that you want. And you may think right now, I know what I want, and I've put the intention out there on what it is that I want. Well, maybe Spirit is saying to you, there is even greater for you out there. There's something out there that would make your heart feel even bigger and brighter and happier and more fulfilled. But surrendering is also part of the process. So truly think about it, truly feel into it, write it out, visualize it all, do all the steps when it comes to it. Make a vision board if you feel called to do that. But get 100% pure information, so that pure clarity, so that way you can put it out to Spirit. Say, this is what I desire, and know that you deserve it as well. Maybe you're playing a little bit small, and that's not going to be for everybody, but some people play it small because they either feel like they aren't worthy, or they feel like they're asking for too much, or they're being greedy, or something along those lines. But there is enough out there for you, and you are definitely deserving of what it is that you desire. But surrendering your ego and just letting it go after you put it out there, I can tell is going to be the hardest part. And that's really what your higher self is kind of saying to you. Allow yourself to be freed by this. Allow it to be pure and innocent and true. Something within flow, because I'm seeing water here. Something when it's reflected back to you through other people or other things, it makes you feel really good and happy. Then you know that you have the right intentions put out there. Your second message here is a message from the heavens. It says, look for the signs, pay attention, and expect an answer. Oh, so we see another master number on there, don't we? We see a 33. We see an 11 and a 33. So synchronicities and messages are coming to you through numbers. That is going to be the biggest sign. There might be some portal energy. Look for signs in the clouds if you like to do gazing at clouds and you see a lot of shapes within them. Then know that that's messages from the heavens letting you know that things are in alignment, or this is your next step, or this is what you should be focusing on. But doves are going to be a huge one for you. That's probably your current spirit guide, or what you'll see more and more of as you get closer to your manifestations coming through. And you know that you're letting go of your ego enough. You know you're surrendering enough when you start to see these signs. You just got to go ahead and keep it in check. You might see multiple animals, the same animal over and over again as your sign. Because you see it's kind of like the alicorn down here in the wooden form. Then we have the unicorn here as a statue. And then we have the unicorn up here in the clouds. So seeing the same type of animal over and over again, connecting with that animal guide is going to give you the signs. Certain types of flowers could give you the signs as well. I don't even know what that thing is with the 33 on it. I don't know if that's meant to be a ball or a... Yeah, I honestly have no clue what that's meant to be, but maybe you do, and you could shed some light on it. But a path is opening up for you. And you're being shown which way to take because there's a guidepost here. I don't know if you could see that, but there's definitely a guidepost. Might have to get over some obstacles first because there's a mountain back here. But you'll reach the end of that rainbow. Just follow those signs. Everything's being coordinated by the divine for you to work in your favor. Your next card is a message from the earth. Okay, again, you have a rainbow. It's like you've mounted one of those and you're already on the other side of the mountain there, or you're on your way down that path there. Cosmic rainbow. Look for the pot of gold. Accept joy. Yeah, see, it's over here like by this mountain. So it's like you've gotten on and you started your path and you're like, okay, this is the way it says to go. If I want my abundance, my blessings, my joy, my prosperity, I gotta go this way. Yeah, it feels like you've kind of overcome what it is at that point. Because look at this. There's like dark clouds here. I would say the mountain would be the dark clouds. So it's like you're overcoming something, or maybe mental in particular. Because when I think of the clouds, it makes me think of mental conflict or emotional conflict. If you can figure out what it is and work through it, then you are going to find this pot of gold. You're going to get exactly what it is that you want. Yet birds are important to you. You have some type of connection to birds, because look at that. Bird, bird, two birds. Yeah. Follow the birds. Follow your connection to it. And music too. Oh, look at that. I didn't even see that. Listen to messages in music. Do you see that? You could be guided by that as well. Songs like Go Out East. You're like, okay, I'm going out east. I'm listening. I felt that one on a soul level. I'm getting on my damn horse and I'm going. Your next message here is a message from your ancestors. Ascension lift. I almost said ascension life. Prepare for rapid spiritual growth. Be ready for opportunities. So it feels like you're doing that work. You found your clarity. You surrendered. Once you've done that, you're in alignment. Your signs are coming in through the numbers, through the clouds, through the music, through the synchronicities, through the birds. You've overcome this mental and emotional conflict, and you are ascending And everyone around you is ascending as well. Your closest people are ascending as well. Again, this card has two birds, so I'm telling you, you and birds. Your ancestors could be coming through as the birds, if I think about it, because this is a message from your ancestors, this card in particular. Your ancestors could also be coming through as cats and foxes. I know foxes don't always have the greatest connotation when it comes to them, but try to put that aside. Maybe you have an ancestor in particular that you know that really loved them or raised them or has some type of connection, and you can connect that to them type of deal. But either way, your ancestors are here with you, and they want to help you when it comes to the spiritual growth. They want to help you when it comes to your opportunities coming in and you seizing them and you being successful. Because you're not just being successful for yourself, you're being successful for them. They can help you in areas that they have already traversed. They can help you overcome failures that they went through, that they got wisdom from. So don't be afraid to call on your ancestors and ask them for help when it comes to your spiritual journey. And then your very last card here is a message from your future self. I am presence. Expand your stellar gateway. I am that I am. So go ahead and look that up, your stellar gateway. Figure out how it is that you can break the chains on your upper chakras and expand that, open it and expand it, so that way you can have this extremely huge ascension lift, your spiritual growth, your abundance and blessings and joy, and overcome everything that has gotten in the way up until this very point. Because your future self is saying, you are that creator being, and you have opened this, and this is where everything comes together for you. The puzzle pieces are falling together for you. Just wait to see all the magnificent things that come in and how much your life is transformed by this. Your future self already knows. It's just about your current self go ahead and catching up. All right, pile 3, that is all the messages that I have for you. I really hope that you enjoyed this and that you join me next week for another pick a card. Have a beautiful and wonderful night.